Hi, my name is Glenda Figueroa and I attend Liberty University. This is my interpersonal communication project for class HSCO 508. I will be speaking about interpersonal communication, my overarching goal, my background and behavior blend, interpersonal communication barriers, resources, strategies, action plan, and conclusion. Interpersonal communication refers to the way people exchange information with others. Information is communicated through body movement, feelings, gestures, and meanings through verbal and nonverbal cues. According to Campbell, interpersonal communication cannot be avoided, but it can be practiced to build healthy relationships. My overarching goal is to communicate effectively with others to enlarge my conversations. I want to learn to listen and speak when it's appropriate, to understand others and not get frustrated. Be mindful of not creating internal negative dialogue that causes me to have unproductive behavior. Overall, I want to use the wisdom from God to create effective conversation with everyone I meet, to learn, grow, and practice to change my negative behaviors. My background. I wanted to share a little bit about my background because I believe that this takes part of who I am and what it explains about my personal blend. I'm a 34-year-old Hispanic female raised by my mother and grandmother. I am the oldest sibling of 3. I was born and raised in Camden, New Jersey. I am married with 3 children, and I graduated in 2012 with a bachelor's degree in psychology at Rutgers University. Behavior blend is a combination of predictable patterns of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. I took 2 personality types of assessments to know my personality and temperament type. The two assessments that I took that I did was Uniquely You Interpersonal Communication Skills Test. Behavior blend is described as personality or temperament. 4 DISC, D-I-S-C. D stands for active task oriented. I, active people oriented. S, passive people oriented. C, passive task oriented. D, type of behavior. Behavior blends are determined by 2 graphs to understand the 4 temperament models of human behavior, which are graphs 1 is this is expected of me, and graph 2 this is of me. I, in graph 1, scored an inspirational specialist, IS, and in graph 2, inspiring, driving, submissive, IDS. My personality type on graph 1 explained that I am passive and submissive. I enjoy talking with others, and I am people-oriented than project-oriented. My personality test, graph 2, determined that I am a DIS, and that means that I can be dominating, inspiring, and submissive at the same time. I am more active than passive and task-oriented, which I agree with this. I was surprised after I took the test with the score that it gave me, because it described me to the T. It did. My interpersonal communication skill test scored a 78 over 100. My results indicate that I am fairly adept to interpreting other people's word in action and seeing things from their perspective. I am also good at showing empathy to others. I am able to adjust my behavior to the person conversing who seems uncomfortable. And I am. I usually would try to put myself in a person's shoes and understand them and have sympathy for others and understand, their pain, their hurt. My behavior blend, behavior positive and negative. I listed some here that help me recognize things that I have to work on myself, especially the negative ones. So the positive is talkative, caring, inspiring, positive, outgoing, loyal, supporting others, and trusting. Negative is a follower, people pleaser, attacks verbally, multitask, not focused, not organized. Saying no is hard, and control. And a lot of my negative behavior, I learned that a lot of it is because of my culture and how I was brought up. I want to talk more about being a follower and people pleaser. As an Hispanic woman, growing up, I was taught to not speak back to authority, to not look at people in the face, and to not share my opinion. And that is something that I have to work on to become a better person to communicate with others. Communication barriers, disclosing myself to others, sense of entitlement to speak up, listening skills, flat brain syndrome, communicating, listening skills, pleasing others, cultures plays a big part of why I have communication barriers. Resources and strategies. I believe that a helpful resource was the book Why Don't We Listen Better by James C. Peterson. The information that I have read is going to be useful in my relationship, in my personal life, and my profession. I will be using strategies to help my behavior. I want to be more mindful of my behavior, paying attention to action that stirs up my action. Practice using the listener's card. Share my feelings with those I am close with. The listener's card, I can't wait to use it, and I have plans to use it this summer so that I can practice listening and talking when it's appropriate. Sharing my feelings with those that I'm close with. That's something that I struggle with, and I believe that practicing listening and talking and opening up more to people that I love and people that I'll come in contact with will help me build healthier relationships. My action plan is to take the summer off from school to recruit my thoughts and reflect on what I learned in class. I want to listen instead of speaking or interrupting those that are speaking to me. Be mindful, paraphrase what the talker shares. Focus on the talker. Be more task oriented. Be aware of flat brain tango. And I want to remember that I am Thud. Practice the listener talker card with friends. Develop healthy relationships. Stand up for myself, confront conflict, express care about my feelings, work on my time management, be humble, seek God, obey God's word, practice what I preach. In conclusion, it's hard to practice what one preaches, and I plan to use this summer to dig deeper about myself, practice what I have learned throughout the class, build a closer relationship with God by praying, reading, and seeking God. I want to be the best that I can be for my family and my profession. When I started this class, I didn't know that it was going to open up things about me that has been hurting me and my family. I'm extremely grateful to God for the opportunity to learn about myself and to better myself. According to Burley Allen, it is important to listen to ourselves from the heart, not judge ourselves, but become our own best friend. Instead, our worst enemy. And that's important because, and I love that quote, because I have to remember that what I think about myself, what I say about myself is what I'm going to project to others. So I pray that I think positive things about myself. And if I have to work on some behaviors, I want to pray about them and allow God to help me change that about myself. And thank you.